Something absolutely diabolical is happening in the United States right now, in Los Angeles, California, of all places. ICE, or otherwise known as Immigrations and Customs Enforcement, is going around to all types of random places in LA, rounding up what they consider to be undocumented immigrants. Maybe it's not even true because we've already seen them arresting actual citizens, even children with cancer getting deported. But it is escalating now to a level that I don't think anybody has ever seen or really even anticipated. These guys went to Home Depot parking lots. They went to fabric warehouses in the fashion district. They went to children's school graduation in order to surprise and ambush hardworking, working class people and deport them to an El Salvadorian prison death camp. It is, I don't even have words. I'm watching here from Canada. It is shocking. I cannot imagine what the Hispanic community over there is feeling right now. Everybody who's actually an immigrant, documented or undocumented, because we've seen that they're not really making these kinds of distinctions. I'm shocked that it's happening in LA, but I think they're doing it for a reason. They want the maximum amount of terror to spread. ICE and the Trump administration. They want the maximum amount of terror to spread to immigrant communities all over the United States, making them afraid to go to work, afraid to go to school, and just, fuck, man, this is so dystopian. I've watched the videos of parents having to run away from their kids' own graduation, leaving the kids there because the kids have papers and the parents don't. These kids are in elementary school. They're supposed to be celebrating graduating, and they're now just terrified that when they go home today, maybe their parents aren't going to be around. And that is unfathomable. It's unfathomable to believe that that's happening in America. I mean, I know they're on a downward trajectory, and I know that we keep saying that it's a fascist regime over there, and we've seen the writings on the wall, everyone who's been paying attention, but to see it being played out like this is incredible. I also saw the protests, and I'm so proud of everybody who went out there to defend these people, because putting yourself in the line, on the line, putting your body in between them and those fascist Nazi-like agents who are coming to take them and rip them away from their families is a heroic thing. And history will remember you guys kindly, very kindly. And I am encouraging everyone to go out there and safely protest if you can. Obviously, being in Canada, I can't participate in that. And I don't know if I would ever feel safe going to America again. But if you can go protest, if you can go support these people in a safe way, do it. If you can't, maybe call your local and state representatives and let them know that if they don't get outside right now and fucking condemn this shit and do anything that they can to protect these people and get them home safely to their families, let them know that they will not be getting your vote. Let them know that even if you've never voted before, you will go out and register to vote just to make sure that they are not elected again. There has to be consequences for this. There has to be long-lasting consequences for this. The Trump administration is a 4-year stretch. This guy's not going to be in power forever. People need to understand that they can leverage this. They can let their elected officials know that just because you're hiding behind Trump right now doesn't mean that we are going to forget this when it comes time to vote again. Make them afraid to be silent on this issue, because if it was them being ripped away from their families, if it was them breaking even a nail, they would be crying from the rooftops demanding everyone's support. So they need to be standing on business for these people. Speaking of standing on business, I noticed that these ICE pussies are not going to where they could really find gang members, right? They're not going to the LA hoods, of which there are many. They're not going to walk over to actual Hispanic gangsters who are probably strapped and ready to fight you. Of course not. They are chasing children like the fucking IDF, okay? Going to school graduations and shit. This is lower than low. This is lower than low. I don't know how these men in uniform, the ICE people, can even deal with what they're doing when they go home. They have families, and they're doing this to families that I don't understand how they're reconciling this with themselves when they go home. A lot of them are even covering their faces. And of course, the fascists always get to cover their face in America. Have you noticed that? Anytime they go to a pro-Palestine rally or a student protest of any kind, they want to unmask students who have covered their face, but let them pull over the Proud Boys, let them pull over any white extremist group, and they let those guys cover their faces the entire time. We have seen it. As for what Canada can do, obviously, as citizens, we can't go over there and protest or whatever, but I'm wondering why Canada isn't stepping in and helping these immigrants. We have a population crisis here in the wrong way, right? We don't have enough people. And what I'm seeing is America's government is actually going after hardworking, working class people who are trying to live a good life, who are Hispanic. Why aren't we encouraging them to come here? We could use that. If America doesn't appreciate you, Canada can appreciate you. We have a diversity problem with our diversity. If you know, you know. I'm in Ontario, so if you know, you know. And hardworking Hispanic people sounds like a dream. Yes, bring them over here. Bring them by the thousands. We are in a decline population-wise. We need immigrants. We need skilled immigrants to come to this country, and these people have jobs. They have families. They're invested in their community. We know that because their community is showing up and showing out for them. These guys are already sort of integrated into North American civilization. Like this is seeming like a real missed opportunity for Canada. We need to step up and help these people. It also sends a message to our own Hispanic community that we're not just going to watch your brothers and sisters in America get done like this while we just sit here and twiddle our thumbs. It's getting barbaric. I mean, obviously not anybody who has a violent criminal history, right? And maybe don't invite the Trump voters. But if y'all didn't vote for Trump and you find yourself in this predicament and don't have a violent criminal history, then I don't see why Canada isn't just lapping you right up, okay? Because you're like gold. And the gem? Tell them what they can do about their own rights, how to protect themselves. You don't need to let ICE, you don't need to identify yourself if ICE shows up at your home. Yes, M the Gem is reminding me that if ICE shows up at your home, you don't have to identify yourself. You don't have to tell them who you are. If they don't have a warrant, what I will suggest is look up what the facts are. AOC's posted about it. A lot of immigration lawyers have posted about it. I don't want to give anybody wrong information, but immigrants, as I understand it, in the States have a lot more rights than they are aware of and should immediately look to understand what those rights are in case you are a victim of these things and try to use that if you can. But from what I'm seeing, the way they're violently picking up people, I mean, they picked up the leader of the SEIU union. I hope I got that correctly. Yeah, SEIU, Service Employees International Union. They picked up this man. He is the union head of a pretty big union, and he is an American citizen. And he got violently tackled to the ground and arrested and detained by ICE. People don't know where he's at right now. There was also a man who was trying to stop a white SUV from traveling away with some people that they had kidnapped off the street. And instead of stopping because somebody's in front of your car, I mean, which is like expected of you driving 101, this SUV just kept it pushing until it partially ran this man over. So while I appreciate that there are rights and I hope that you are able to exercise them, I also understand that you might not get the opportunity to even utter a sentence when these Gestapo-like fucking Nazis come for you. Anyhow, I just wanted to say my piece about it. I wanted to say something about it. I wanted to let y'all know that, you know, the world is seeing this and we are absolutely disgusted. And this is not what you deserve after you're leaving Home Depot of all places, man. Like you're at work. You're literally building their country. Quite literally. You're leaving the home department. Like it is mind-boggling. But that just shows their cowardice, right? Because they're not really going to go for anybody that they know is an MS-13 because they can't really step to those people, can they? This is so fucking Zionist of them. You know what I mean? Anyhow, M the Gem, did I miss anything else? All right, we're going to leave it there. If anything else major breaks, we'll try to bring it to you right away. But I just wanted to lend our voice to the situation. We have you guys in our, I don't want to even say prayers or anything bullshit like that. But man, fuck, we're with you guys. And if there's anything we can do, we'll try to do it. Bright in Captivity, out.